This video has been brought to you by Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. Download today to join the 3rd anniversary celebration. While the Dark Seeker saga may be over, we still have a ton of questions moving forward into what is now known as Phase 2 of Kingdom Hearts. Especially how Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts Remind ended in order to set up the next saga. One particular aspect was a bit confusing when going off the rails of Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts Remind on where exactly is the story going to go next in terms of direction. Because not only we had to deal with the return of the Lost Masters, specifically Ira, Gula, Aced, Envy, and indeed Luxu, but spinning off of that, it seems that Sora is going to have to deal with a battle between himself and the 7 Lost Masters, which include all of the Foretellers and possibly the Master of Masters. However, on top of all of that, we have come into contact with another incredibly huge tangent that is the advent of Yozora and Verum. And although the Master of Masters did appear at the end of the Yozora Secret movie from base Kingdom Hearts 3, this seemed to be in 2 way different directions moving forward after Kingdom Hearts 3 when we had to deal with the fallout of Union Cross and the advent of Verum. However, thanks to the latest Kingdom Hearts game, Melody of Memory, it seems that a lot of people missed how these two have now become incredibly connected, and now we have a straight path forward going into the wild side of Kingdom Hearts' future with Phase 2. What's up guys, it's HMK once again, and it's time for you to understand the true connection of the entirety of what the future can hold for Kingdom Hearts Phase 2 and how Union Cross is connected to Verum. I had never thought I'd say those words. I'll break it down for you. So for the safety of hype, strap on in and let's dive directly into the darkness. So a little bit of a primer, thanks to Melody of Memory, we finally got the name of this mysterious city-like world that Verum apparently takes place in, where Yozora is from and where Sora is apparently at. It's called Quadratum. And that this world is apparently set on the other side of reality, being something of that without light or darkness, something that I was able to call a full year in advance, being dubbed as Unreality or the World of Fiction by Ansem the Wise. Now this seems already to be way out of the realm of possibilities that we've known when it comes to the Kingdom Hearts universe. So how exactly is Union Cross the time of fairy tales when the world was all one? How does that relate over to Verum, especially after Kingdom Hearts 3 when we have all of these directions, apparently all these arrows pointing in different directions moving forward? Well, Melody of Memory solves all of that for us. As it turns out, a major plot point within Melody of Memory is that there was a time that Terra Xehanort, as Apprentice Xehanort, was looking for this world very specifically, and that while experimenting with Kairi in order to find a Keyblade or a Keyblade wielder, he revealed a bit about his ambition and fascination with the world, which would indeed spill over into his other selves across time. When Kairi relayed this information over to Yen Sid as part of their search for Sora, it is revealed that not only has Xehanort known about this world's existence for a very long time, but during his time as a Keyblade master, Yen Sid also knew that the ancient masters apparently had the ability and would travel to another world, which they believe now to be Quadratum. And it is this simple confirmation that blows the identity of Quadratum and its relation to Union Cross and the Foretellers and the time of fairy tales wide open to give us such an amazing amount of possibilities when it comes to who came from Union Cross and who came from Verum and who could be within that of Verum. And since Yozora is from Quadratum and seems to remind us of a very particular Final Fantasy character, it could be that this side of Unreality could feature a lot more familiar yet unfamiliar faces. This is where all these Final Fantasy characters could be. But you know where they are right now? Especially some of your favorites? Did you ever want to build your own dream team of Final Fantasy characters? Of course you do. That's why you should dive right into Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. It's free to download and free to play. Build your own team of over 140 Final Fantasy characters, both hero and villain, completely for free. Engage in a dramatic story in which you have to fight your way through the hordes with awesome turn-based combat. And while this is a gacha game, the only thing you have to roll for are the weapons to help your character's abilities. And now with the 3rd anniversary, you can get free multi-draws every day. The world is in danger, and we have to save it. So be sure to download Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia using the link in the description box below to let Square Enix know that HMK sent you. Be sure to get started and show me your team in Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. So with the confirmation that the ancient masters phased in and out of this world apparently at will, having the ability to do so from the time of Union Cross, that is what connects Union Cross and Verum together tightly. And that not only explains why the Master of Masters was in the Azora secret movie, but it also explains where Ira, Aced, Gula, and Envy came from when Luxu summoned them back to the Keyblade graveyard. They were coming from Quadratum. And it seems like a world like this has been in existence from all the way back during the first Keyblade War, or what we know the first Keyblade War, during the time of Daybreak Town, before that of the world splitting. And that, while we thought for the longest that the foretellers perished within that of the Keyblade War up until their reveal in Kingdom Hearts 3, that's probably where they went, where to hide in order to dodge the destruction of the world. As while the Keyblade War was all that world, that reality in darkness, the other reality, unreality, the world of fiction, was safe enough for the foretellers to be at. And it is probably due to this connection between that of Union Cross and Verum would add why they're able to jump through various points in time within reality, to come from the time of Union Cross and to reappear during the time of the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. And that also explains why the Master of Masters was able to meet young Xehanort. So with the connection and existence of these worlds clear, it seems that we have a much more concise path to the future of Kingdom Hearts when it comes to Phase 2, as Raikou is already on his way to Quadratum. And that indeed, that world of unreality is connected to Union Cross and the main series of Kingdom Hearts, being the other side of the coin, in which the front side of the coin to us is Disney, and the other side of the coin, Quadratum, could be that of the other underlying Square properties that could be filled up with Final Fantasy and possibly The World Ends With You. And with that revelation, I am very glad for this particular detail. And that is how, within that of Kingdom Hearts, how Union Cross and Verum are indeed connected and have always been. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like, favorite, share, and most importantly subscribe to HMK for more awesome Kingdom Hearts content every week. And once again, big thanks to Square Enix for sponsoring the video, as well as all my awesome Patreons. If you want to find out how you can support HMK for just $1 a month, check out all the information you need in the description box below. Alright guys, until the next video, this has been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.